Hey, Kaylee, what up?
Hi, thank you so much for taking my call.
You got it. How we doing?
Oh, we're good. I can't believe I'm talking to you, honestly. I
Uh,
listen to your show all the time.
I can't believe I'm talking to you. This is rad. So what's up?
So, in brief, I'll just ask the question quickly, and then I'll kind of go into like some back info that you have a little bit more to go off of. I'm a little bit afraid that I have developed a sense of feeling like I am better than my husband over the course of our relationship. And this has recently come out in one of our fights just the other day. That's why I called. So for the background information, we've been married for 3 years. We've been together for about 8 years. We met at college, and I finished with a 4 years degree in chemistry, and he tried to do a 4 years in mechanical engineering, and he struggled through that pretty badly. So the first 4 years of our relationship were that of him having a hard time getting through that coursework and just trying to finish. And after about 4.5 years of that, he wasn't able to finish. It just wasn't going to happen. So he dropped out, which was really hard for him. And then we got married shortly after that. And since then, we've had a string of jobs for him that haven't really been working out. He's not very happy at any of these jobs. And now he's working part-time and doing a program online. And it looks like he's found something that he really loves, which is great. But it's a hard industry to get into. And it might take a long time for something stable to come out of it. So I have been having these recurring feelings of back when we were kind of in college of, oh, this isn't going to work. And in the most recent fight, I told him I don't like his work ethic. And that seemed to really hurt him. And I probably said it a little meaner than that.
Probably.
Right.
How did you say it? What did you say?
Well, I told him since our entire relationship, this has just been happening over and over again, and it's because of your work ethic. But
Hold on.
Really,
what you said is true and honest, and I'm proud of you for saying that.
Okay.
You're not crazy.
I still mean saying it, though. I mean, I don't know. I've wanted to build his confidence and self-esteem.
You can only build confidence and esteem through doing the thing.
Yeah.
And he knows true. That you haven't respected him for a long time.
Right.
And so saying it out loud is a relief. Did he like it? No. Did you feel good saying it? No. But was it true? Yes.
Okay.
I wish it hadn't been in a fight because he couldn't hear it. He could only fight back.
Right.
But underneath...
Yeah, I guess it...
Go ahead.
Sorry. I guess it kind of gave him... Because it's been a couple days since that. He's kind of been shell-shocked a little bit of... Mm-hmm. I don't think he knew that's how I felt about the whole thing.
That's fair.
Which am I being dishonest throughout our relationship? Did this develop over time? Has it always been this way?
I mean, you have to answer that. My guess is You've either always gotten your way growing up or you have been responsible for everybody around you for your whole life.
Can both be true.
Yep. And so when even the way you talked about it, we worked some jobs and we applied for jobs. And no, you didn't. He did.
Yeah.
And what'd your old man do for a living?
He was a produce manager for his whole career.
Okay. Can I ask you a real hard question? Just tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Were you embarrassed by that?
I don't know if embarrassed. But he made it very clear to me that he wanted to do something else.
Yeah, and he never did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you went and married that person.
I guess I did.
And you can't fix it.
Right.
So I think the path forward is to sit down and say, hey, I'm sorry that we fought about that, and I owe you an apology because I should have told you that a long time ago. But underneath all of this, I think you need to be pretty clear about what you want and what you need. Here's where that's hard. What do you do for a living?
I'm a chemist.
Okay. It's hard for a chemist, like an awesome professional woman, to say, this doesn't sound right. Like, I'm not even allowed to say this, but I want someone that's going to provide.
Yeah.
I know I'm not supposed to say this because it's the 21st century, but I want a man to show up and take care of me, even though I'm an awesome chemist.
Right. I do.
And I don't want to be the husband and the dad and the wife, and I don't want to be all the parties here in this thing.
That's true.
And you know what else you don't want to be? His mom.
His mom.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had a couple. I feel like we've kind of worked through that a little bit as we've grown. I mean, we're still really young. I'm 25. He's 26.
Okay.
So that's probably in progress of working through. But we had the whole video game problem for a while.
We didn't. Stop talking like that.
He plays a lot of video games.
Okay.
Definitely not as much now because he's listened and tried to make it better.
So underneath all of the, I know, but like you're still talking to him like you're his mom. Here's the two big things. Tell me if they resonate in your guts. You have a man that you love, but you don't respect him, and he's not being respectable. And you don't like the life that you have co-created.
Yeah.
And you got to own both of those. And there's going to be some grief because you had this picture in your head when you walked across the stage as a 20-year-old chemistry grad and with a job in hand and an engagement ring on your finger, that my life when I'm 25 is going to look like this. And you are in that age where people around you are starting to say, like, I just got promoted. I'm having a baby. Look at our new house. And your husband's like, I don't like this job. It's too hard. I'm going to go part-time online and play video games.
Yeah.
I hate that for you. I hate that for him. I hate that for the whole dynamic.
I know. I guess I just don't really know what to. Being clear on my needs would definitely help. But
he might be stunned.
How do I help him?
He might be stunned. I think you help him by you telling the truth and you helping you.
Okay.
I was talking to my buddy Rachel Cruz the other day, and she said that a therapist buddy of hers said a couple was in there and they're trying to fix this and this and this. And he said, you cannot have an A+ marriage because y'all are both C+ people.
Yeah.
And so both of y'all have to work out, not exercise-wise, but y'all have to both put your whole self into this thing, not so you can be the valedictorian, but so that y'all can do something amazing. And he's got to be a part of that.
I know. I think he wants to be. I'm not sure he knows how to.
Yes, it's a both and, but you don't know how to tell him, and you don't know how to accept it.
Right.
And if the best way he's learned to love you, the best way he's learned to connect with you is when y'all sit down to do job applications together, okay.
Yeah.
And if the way to affection with you, if the way to like any sort of emotion from you is when you're mad at him for playing video games, okay.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So there's like, it just gets to be this weird dance, and everything gets to be both ends. And it's real easy on Instagram to pick on one of y'all.
Sure.
You just need to respect him more, or you got to get off your butt, dude, and go get a job. It's both of those things are true.
Yeah. Right.
But I think the metaphor in my head here is like y'all sitting at a table and you taking your arm and metaphorically wiping it across the table and say, okay, we're 25. We've been married X number of years. We've been together X number of years. We're starting this. We're building something new. We're not starting over. We're building a new one.
Yeah.
Here's the life that I want to co-create with you. I want to be so turned on by you, how you are carrying yourself. I want the TV to come on once a week, not once an hour. I want you, like I see this version of you in a suit or in an electrician's out. Like I see this version of you. And then he gets to say the same, and y'all build that world.
That sounds good.
And by the way, this is not fun. It's not fun. It's hard.
No.
You have to practice.
I know.
It's just, it's tough. And y'all going to, like, it's like you going to play hockey the first time on skates. Like, you just fall down a lot. It's just part of it. But both of y'all are committed to keep learning how to play hockey.
Right.
Can he handle that conversation?
I think it'd be hard to. I mean, I know this is a hard conversation, but I think he'd be stunned again.
How so?
Of if I told him truthfully, it's been hard for me to have. I haven't respected you in a long time. I didn't even really realize how long. I think he'd love to build a new life. That sounds great, but I think what he'll immediately ask is, "What do you want from me to do that?" I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
Because it's not as easy as just go get a job. We've gotten jobs, that they pay the bills and they're fine, but he's so unhappy in them. And on top of that, it's hard for any of my success at work because it's kind of it's a weird competition.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Is it with you or with him?
Oh, with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just got a raise not too long ago, and it was a pretty good one, and that's hard. Yeah.
And it's really heartbreaking to be married to somebody and be building a life with somebody that y'all can't even celebrate together, huh?
Yeah, in that area, for sure.
Can you put that on the table?
Yeah, I could.
Because I think everybody deserves to have a spouse that they celebrate with. They weep and grieve with, for sure, but man, we got to be able to celebrate together. And he gets to say, "I'm jealous of you, and I'm still going to celebrate with you." Both of those things can be true too. You know what I mean?
Sure. I think that's a potential future for that.
Okay.
Like I think he could do the "I'm jealous, but this is so good."
This is awesome. So
yeah.
I'm jealous of my wife. She's a better writer than me. I wish I could write like her. I can't.
Sure.
She's just good at it. She does it every single day at the same time, every morning. I mean, she's amazing at it. I can't. And we've both been writing the same line. We both went to the same graduate school. We were in different. I mean, we're same college. We're different programs, but man, she's just better than me. I'm jealous. And also, man, I just can't. I just beam with pride so much at what she creates. It's both and, right?
Right.
It's an inspiring jealousy, not a debilitating jealousy.
I know, and I think that's in there.
Yeah.
It just maybe doesn't come out that way.
Can you say, "I'm not going to be your mom anymore"?
Yeah.
I want to be your wife.
Gladly.
Yeah, you say gladly, but can you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I have.
Okay.
I guess I keep trying to take ownership of it because there is still it's a weird role for the modern day woman, it seems, of being all of the household and all of the full-time work.
You get to draw the boundaries there. I'm not going to do your laundry anymore.
Right.
If you're going to stay home all day, then you're going to take care of dinner, you're going to take care of the dishes, and you're going to take care of the laundry.
Yeah.
You don't get to play both sides of the fence. Oh, woe is me, I don't feel like working. And also, you got to do all this stuff. And by the way, you have a picture in your head of this picture of what a wife does, and you love being a chemist, and you're crushing in that job.
Yeah.
And you're a part of the modern women industrial guilt complex, where you can't win. There's no way to win. That's why I say unplug from that matrix, and you be honest with you about what you want and need in your home.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that fair?
I can do that. Absolutely.
So when he says, "What do you want from me?" I think you flip that question around and say, "Who do you want to be?" Because I want to be with a man who's confident, who is providing, who is strong, and believes in himself, and you don't do that.
Yeah.
That's a fair statement.
It is. I guess this is just against everything I kind of know. I don't really know anyone who talks to people like this.
What, loving and honestly?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you've never seen it done this way, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, it feels mean almost.
It does. But if you, who's your best friend?
Actually, my husband.
You don't have a best girlfriend?
No, no.
Okay. Do you have anybody to talk with other than him?
I have a cousin I'm pretty close with, but I
Okay.
probably wouldn't bring this up.
I want making close girlfriends to be one of your top priorities for you.
Yeah, that's a separate call, I feel like.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a critically important. I know
Sure.
it's oxygen. Because here's what you're trying to do. You're trying to create an idol in real time. He can't live up to that. He can't hold all that.
Right.
And it's just easier for him to say, I fail at work, I fail at home, I fail in the roles. I'm just going to sit here and play games. Is that an excuse? No, not at all. God, I wish he was on the phone with me because I'd be letting him have it, but he's not. But you need him to be your everything so that you can be okay. He can't carry all that.
Sure, I see that.
But he's got to be something, right? He's coming. What's he want to do?
Well, he actually wants to make video games.
Okay. He can do that on the weekends. What does he else?
He works in he works at a paper company, printing, cutting paper.
Oh, like a print shop.
Yeah, print shop.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what he does part-time right now. He was full-time, but he
needs to get a full-time job and co-create a family with you guys because y'all are going to make up some goals.
Yeah.
We're a family who has dreams. That's who we are. We're a family that goes on adventures. We do fun things, and those things cost money. And so by the end of this year, this is how much money we want to have in the account. And so this is how much money we got to go make. And these are the sacrifices that we're going to make because we have this vision together. And we is made up of me. Here's who I'm going to be. And we is made up of you. Here's you, who you are going to become so that we can go do these amazing things and build this awesome marriage. And that's how it works. But it's not mean to lovingly say, and it's mean to wait and not say anything and blow up in a fight. That's mean. And then to say hurtful things. Even if you're weaponizing the truth. That's mean. It's not mean to say, I'm struggling with being attracted to you. It's not mean to say, for 8 years, I've seen you start things and quit things, and I'm beginning to feel like I hitched myself to somebody who doesn't want to go anywhere. I'm not okay with that. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. It's okay and loving to say, I am resigning as your mother. I'm your wife. And here's who and what I'm attracted to. Men who get up and go and do this and do that, all the things. It's okay to put that on the table and say it, and y'all co-create this thing together. And when he says, well, what do you want me to be? That's him passing the buck yet again and say, I'm not your mom. I'm not going to answer that. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? If you have some fantasy about making video games, cool. What are you going to do tomorrow? You can't keep working part-time at a print shop. What are you going to do tomorrow? And by the way, I took my first graduate school class at 26. He can become, my wife tells everybody that she bought low with me. Like I bought when the stock was real low and it's gotten good. Same with you. He can change. He can go build something amazing, but he's just got to have that encouragement. He's got to look in the mirror and say, I'm worth more than this. And so is the world me and Kaylee are creating. Whew. Tell him the truth. Telling him with love and treat him with dignity. It's time to hang up your mom hat and be his wife.